Tonight, I want you to do something you haven't done in a long time. I want you to rest, not just your body, but your heart. I know it's been heavy lately. Maybe not with loud pain, but with quiet weight. Memories, regrets, worries you don't even speak out loud anymore. They just sit with you, like shadows in the corner of the room. You don't need to pretend anymore. Not here, not now. This moment, right now, belongs only to you. No expectations, no roles to play, just you, your breath, and the quiet. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine all the pressure slowly dissolving, like morning mist under the sun. There's nothing to carry right now, nothing to fix, nothing to prove. It's okay to feel tired. You've lived through decades of joy, loss, laughter, mistakes, love, heartbreak, and healing. You've stood tall when life tried to fold you in half, and now you deserve peace. Sometimes we think letting go means giving up, but that's not true. Letting go simply means trusting the present moment, trusting that the world won't fall apart if you take your hands off for a while. You don't need to hold everything together. Let your shoulders drop, let your chest soften, let your eyes close if they want to. There is nothing urgent right now, just the soft rhythm of being. Do you remember when you were younger? How you'd lie on the grass and stare at the sky, watching clouds drift by like dreams you hadn't yet dreamed? That same sky is still above you. It hasn't gone anywhere, and neither has the peace it offered you. I want to tell you something. Something simple but true. You are not forgotten. Not by life, not by love, not by the silent forces that still watch over you. You are seen. You are held, even when it doesn't feel that way. There are people you miss. I know. Voices you haven't heard in years. Hands you'll never hold again. Moments you wish you could relive, just one more time. But what if I told you, those people, those moments, they still live, quietly, inside you, not as memories alone, but as threads woven into your very soul. You carry them with you, and every time you love again, smile again, breathe again, you bring them back to life. So don't be afraid to close your eyes tonight. You're not leaving anything behind. You're simply coming home, to yourself. I want you to imagine a small wooden cabin in the middle of a quiet forest, the kind where the trees whisper stories to each other, where the fire crackles gently and everything moves slower. Now picture yourself inside that cabin, safe, warm, unhurried. That's where you are now, right here with me. There's a chair waiting for you by the window. Sit. Watch the rain falling softly outside. You don't need to think. You don't need to explain. You're allowed to just be. There's a strange beauty in growing older, though the world doesn't always see it. They focus on the lines, the fading strength, the silences. But I see the depth. I see the wisdom written in those lines. I see the years of loving, losing, learning, and surviving, and I call it beautiful. You have nothing to prove anymore. You don't need to race anyone. You don't need to keep up. You've earned the right to slow down, to listen more than speak, to smile without reason, to rest without guilt. Some days, the loneliness creeps in quietly. It doesn't knock. It just enters like it belongs there. And maybe you don't fight it anymore. Maybe you just sit beside it like an old friend. But even in those quiet hours, you are not truly alone. Because I am here. This voice, this moment, it's real. And somewhere, out there, others are listening too. Older souls just like you, sitting by lamps, under blankets, hearts beating softly in the dark. You are part of a quiet circle, a silent tribe of elders who still dream. And if no one's told you today, you matter. You are needed, not for what you can do, but simply for being who you are. Your presence, your memories, your stillness, they are gifts. The world needs slower souls, people who remember how to sit still, how to speak kindly, how to hold silence without fear. Let go of the past tonight, not by forgetting, but by forgiving. Forgive yourself for not knowing better. Forgive others for their limitations. Let it melt away like snow on warm skin. You've done enough, more than enough. Now, rest. Time is a quiet teacher. It doesn't raise its voice, it whispers. And sometimes we only understand its lessons years later, when the moment has long passed. Maybe you still think of the words you didn't say. The "I'm sorry" that never made it out. The "I love you" you thought could wait. But please, don't carry those regrets anymore. You were doing your best, with the tools you had, with the heart you had, in the moment you were in. If no one ever told you this, your best was enough. Even if it didn't lead to a perfect ending, even if people didn't understand it, even if you still wonder, what if? You've walked through storms no one saw. You've kept going when your soul was tired. You've smiled for others when your heart was aching. That strength, that quiet resilience, it deserves to be honored. Tonight, you don't have to be strong. You don't have to be wise or brave or responsible. You can be soft. You can be unsure. You can be human. There is a kind of freedom in surrender, not giving up, but giving in to this peaceful moment. To trust that life, even now, still knows what it's doing. Take another slow breath. Feel your chest rise gently and fall. Let your breath be your anchor. Nothing to chase, nothing to fear. Do you know something beautiful? You've touched lives, more than you realize. Maybe in small ways. A kind word to a neighbor, a smile to a stranger, a story shared with a grandchild. Those moments echo far beyond the surface. You've left fingerprints of kindness. And that's enough. You are enough. It's okay if your body aches more these days, if you forget things, if the world feels faster than before. You are not falling behind. You are simply living in a deeper rhythm, a rhythm the young haven't learned yet. You are the keeper of stories, the living memory of people who are no longer here and places that no longer exist. You are a bridge between what was and what still might be. You've given so much. Now, receive. Let peace wash over you like warm light at the end of a long journey. Nothing is required of you now, no fixing, no planning, no remembering, just being, just breathing, just resting. If you're still awake, that's okay. If your thoughts still wander, that's okay too. There's no need to force sleep. Just stay with me. Let this be your safe place, where nothing is expected and everything is allowed. Maybe you've wondered lately. What was it all for? The years, the choices, the effort. But life was never about having a perfect answer. It was always about the experience itself, the ride, the music, the unexpected turns. Some of your days were messy, some were golden, some felt wasted, but all of them were lived. Fully. Honestly. Humanly. You laughed louder than you thought you could. You cried harder than you wanted to. You kept showing up, even when your heart was broken into quiet little pieces. And that is courage. Do you remember the smell of fresh bread on a cold morning? Or the sound of birds just before sunrise? The feeling of your first love's hand? These aren't memories to hold with pain. They are gifts, little pieces of heaven that life gave you just because you were here. It's okay to miss people. It's okay to talk to them in your mind. It's okay to close your eyes and pretend they're still sitting beside you, because love never really dies. It just changes form. And maybe tonight, just for a moment, you'll feel someone near. Not in the room, but in your chest, in that quiet place where your truest self lives. You're not broken. You're simply layered, with years, with stories, with lessons. You've earned every wrinkle, every scar, every soft tear that falls without warning. If the world feels unfamiliar now, that's not your fault. Things have changed fast. But your value doesn't depend on being up to date. You are not a machine. You are a soul, a presence, a witness to time. Younger people may not understand what it means to sit in silence and feel the weight of decades, but you do. And that's why your stillness is sacred. So many nights you've comforted others. So many times you held back your own pain just to be strong for someone else. Let this be the night you're comforted instead. Let this be the night you release the invisible burdens. No more pretending. No more carrying the silence of others. Just you. Just breathe. Just peace. Let's not rush this night. Let's not hurry toward the end. There is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to achieve. You've already arrived. Right here, in this quiet space of rest and return. There's something deeply healing in knowing that you are allowed to slow down. To reflect, not regret. To remember, not relive. To observe, without needing to fix. The world has always run fast, faster than it should, but your pace is not wrong. Your silence is not emptiness, it's depth. Think of all the wisdom you've gathered, not from books or lectures, but from living, from holding hands during loss, from listening instead of speaking, from letting go when it hurt the most.